This study tour is a strategic effort by the National Revenue Authority of Sierra Leone to gain first-hand practical information from the Gambia's Revenue Authority experiences, which have successfully leveraged technology to boost revenue collection and efficiency. The visiting delegation demonstrated particular interest in 3 cutting-edge systems implemented by the Gambia Revenue Authority, such as the fuel marking system, the digital tax stamp, and the revenue assurance system. The exchange between the 2 West African revenue bodies underscores a growing commitment to regional collaboration and the adoption of modern, efficient tax administration methods. By sharing insight on their digitalization journey, the Gambia Revenue Authority is aiding Sierra Leone's National Revenue Authority in formulating strategies to implement similar successful reforms at home. In his address, the Commissioner General of the Gambia Revenue Authority, Yankuba Dabo, outlined some of the challenges his administration faces in the execution of some of their initiatives during the implementation, emphasizing the importance of political will and a rigorous legal framework.
And you must make sure that the legal framework is in place, because otherwise you will start the project and some of the businessmen are very smart. The next minute they can say that, but this is not in line with the law. So therefore, that aspect must always be there, so that no one will challenge you in the middle of the project implementation. So the legal framework has to be in place, which we did, as well as engagement of the stakeholders. The engagement of the stakeholders also, you have to do it many times. You have to meet them face to face. You have to organize meetings with them. You have to make sure that you make best use of the radios, television, and newspapers. Our press men are here. We try to meet them several times to explain to them the benefits that are ahead of us as far as these projects are concerned.
Commissioner General Dabo further emphasized the importance of enforcement in the actualization of the reform initiatives.
It comes for the enforcement, which is key. You can have the political will, you can have the legal framework, you can do the sensitization of the stakeholders, but if your enforcement is not effective, the project will not stand on its legs. So we did deliberately appoint some staffs from the university, and we train them and we tell them what we want. And their work, the only work that they have to do is enforcement, to make sure that this project objective is achieved. That is the key, the enforcement. You can put everything together, but without the enforcement, then the project will not stand in its own.
The Assistant Commissioner of the Sierra Leone National Revenue Authority stated that their objective was to learn from the Gambia Revenue Authority. He added that the Sierra Leone Revenue Authority is facing challenges in enforcement and in combating smuggling.
So, of course, definitely we have benefited a lot from the implementation of the SIGPA project. However, there are challenges with its implementation. And one key such area is the area of enforcement, as CG put it. And that is why we are here, to seek knowledge from Gambia, also share our experience, what we have realized over these 2 years, and also talk, where possible, about the area of field marking. Field marking as well, we also have challenges in terms of field marking, probably because maybe our setup could be different from what we have in the Gambia, because in Sierra Leone we have what we call concession and exemption. So certain companies are actually exempt or giving concession on fuel. Okay? So what we realized over these 2 years is some of these companies that are giving this concession will circle some of the fuel, and we find the fuel in the retail market with the dealers. That is a major problem.
The exchange between the two West African revenue bodies underscores a growing commitment to regional collaboration and the adoption of modern, efficient tax administration methods by sharing insights on their digitalization journeys. For Star TV, I am Modu Elbaji.